Okay, so you might be wondering about some of the other databases I left out of the other videos. Some databases simply just don't have an export feature yet, or they have a feature that isn't quite working properly. So first let's talk about Clinical Key. They do not at this point have a actual export feature on the database. So at this point, you're not going to be able to export from them, but there's a kind of workaround, and you'll be able to put in the title of the articles you find into Frog Scholar and look at the Frog Scholar video on how to export from there, and you will see how to go about doing it from that. So if a database doesn't have an export feature, don't forget you can export from RefWorks and even cite, from Frog Scholar and even cite from that database as well. So it's really good for that feature. If nothing else, I like it really for that. So what about Cochrane? Good question. Up until recently, it didn't have any type of export feature at all. However, they've given it a sort of semi-export feature. It's not great because what it does is it only allows you to export to your PC, and it comes up as a Word document. And then after you've done that, RefWorks has a feature where you can import from an actual Word document. And this works fine. It's just an extra step. It's kind of, a lot more than you would want to generally do. Again, a workaround for this, if you don't want to go through all those steps, is actually to go to Frog Scholar and put in those titles, and hopefully it bring it up and you could import it that way or export it that way. I apologize. Next thing I wanted to point out was ScienceDirect. ScienceDirect has no export feature either, and neither does Wiley or Trip. And these are all databases you should use at least once while you're here under your education program. All good databases, but none of them have that export feature you might want. Hopefully one of these days they'll have it, but at this point you're kind of just dependent upon Frog Scholar. Again, great resource for especially exporting citations. Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions, please.